Hey, good morning, guys. I was just about to have a morning smoke, right? And for that, I chose Alpha Dog. Um, this is called a La Lazy XXP 54 by 5.5. Um, there it is. It's a beautiful looking wrapper. All right, so when I cut very little off the top. Okay. I predominantly use a guillotine cut. Okay. For both sides move. I take off as little as possible. I do that because in case I need more room, you can take off like a dime's worth. You see what that's like? It's it's like a dime. Okay. I wish I could show you more effectively. But in respect to put it up against my beer, look at that. Um, before you do that, you take a good look at the wrapper, make sure there's nothing going on with it that's going to be a problem. Um, then I'll do a draw, cold draw, okay? Very nice. It's got cinnamon. It's got some baking spice in it. Can't detect any pepper whatsoever. It really, really has a nice draw. I'm really enjoying it, okay? As far as the cold draw goes. Cold draw is also, this is the time that you decide if that drawer is okay. It's going to get a little tighter than what you're getting as a cold draw. Moisture builds up, expansion takes place, it gets tighter from that point. Okay. Then you get a lot of guys that tell you, don't ever make the flame touch the wrapper. Don't do this, don't do that. They're absolutely right. What do they do after? Year of the Dragon. The whole thing flares up at the end. You don't do that. There's a reason that Salminair, they do what they do, and they hand it to you. Do you have the time to do this all the time? And do you find yourself not charring the crap out of it? Because once you char, that stuff begins to go on the inside and coats the leaves that you're going to be smoking. Okay? That's what it does. Will it affect the flavor? Yes, it will. Now, I'm going to show you how I light. Okay? And you just rotate it around. Rotate it around. You want everything to start toasting nice, right? Once you get like a predominant glow, you start to get the flavors, okay? Not the flavors, you know what I mean? The scent in the air. When you see it that it wants to ash, wants to go white on you, okay? You give it a little airing out. That's called airing it out, okay? And what that does is gets rid of any unburnt or whatever inefficient portion of the fuels going in there, gets it out of there, and it accelerates the combustion. Okay, that's what it does. It accelerates the combustion. Okay, that's what it does. There's a reason why they do this back traditionally, and it's a good idea to do so. All right, a lot of fuel, right? There you go. Now, the cold draw gave me cinnamon and baking spice. Okay, That's not necessarily how the smoke is going to go. Almost 99 out of 100, it won't go that way. Okay. That's like tasting the batter before you cook it. A little pepper. There's a numbing effect to the tongue on this guy here, or it feels like the smoke is hitting it but not delivering anything. But there is flavor on the retro and in the back of the palate. Okay. Um, and those flavors right now are more like a little black pepper. I do get that not on the palate, but on the retro. Hey, I'm back. Um, So, what I did in the interim was try to get more info on it. There's not much at all now. One thing I did do a little bit of review, or my take on a cigar from them, a bit ago, not too long ago, a bit ago. I picked this up at my Astros in Yonkers on Yonkers Avenue. I think it's 762 Yonkers Avenue. Great place, Wellington, the owner there. Great crew, Hendrix, Jose, a wonderful guy, meets you at the door. Beautiful place to go to, and it's nice to sit down with those folks there. If you're ever in the area, go visit them. Um, Now, I'm wearing Cigar Vault. That's where I'm a member at, and Jason, that's just that's just the place where I go to and feel comfortable, and the people make me feel comfortable. But just giving a shout out to my Astros. Um, this is I love the band. I just love it. Look how nasty that dog looks. Oh my gosh. But anyway, uh, I can't find anything. If you go to their website, alphadogcigars.com, you'll see that more information is coming soon. There's nothing there. They have an Instagram page. Um, and if you look up Alpha Dog Cigars at Instagram, you'll find it. Okay. And I'll put the link inside this video. Uh, so this being more on the milder tone as far as the flavor profile, it's um it's going to be probably also mild in strength. Okay. Um, it's a good smoke. The burn is a little wavy, but hey, are you kidding? Not bad at all. Okay, the construction on this I think is superb. It's wonderful. Okay, now I say Alpha Dog, Alpha Dog, not to be confused with Espinosa's Alpha Dawg. Okay, um, so this is different. When I say that, I say Alpha Dog, Dog. I think DBL is their little logo. You won't be able to see it, but I'll do this anyway, just for giggles. But that's their logo there, and then you could blow it up to take a better view at it, which is a good thing for strength. But very little pepper whatsoever. It's a smooth flavor going in. Certainly more of this is great to present to a newbie, for example, a guy who just started smoking. Not offensive at all. Okay. Um, the flavors continued. There's a creaminess to it. Uh, very, very, a little white pepper on the palate. The draw has a nice creamy vanilla note to it. That very light body. Okay. Um, not a heavy smoker. Um, and but it's giving you a sweetness, a breadiness to it. Um, some nut nuances. Can't make out the nut, but it is nutty. Um, and and the construction is right on point. Okay, I wish I had more smoke. I wish I had a little bit more body to the flavors. The flavors are wonderful. If they could just come out. When do you ash a cigar? Um, if you're wearing a white suit and you're at a wedding, it'd be a little bit more aggressive about paying attention to ash it. But and when you tap it to try and test your ash, guess what's going to happen after you say, "Wow, that's a strong ash." It's going to fall off because you just weakened it with the tap. All right. So a lot of times when you got nothing to do, and you're just smoking a cigar, you'll see that sometimes you'll see these lines begin to form, okay? And it's sort of like a weak spot, and that's where it's going to come off, okay? Chances are. Um, this here, you try to keep the ash in there to help insulate where that burn is going on so it can continue. Once you ash, and if it goes into that area, you might have to touch it up. This one I've had to touch up zero, okay? And when you start the light, okay, get a nice rim going, get that binder and that wrapper burning together. Um, you'll have a good, you'll have the best chance at having a smoke where you're not so much worried about it. Um, Rule is puff every 45 seconds, not a rule, but a general guideline. Um, I'm sorry, I can't see that this thing is gonna last. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. So it is. You see that edge that it made here? That's where you might want to touch it up if you want to stay ahead of it, okay? And also, when you get where the inside of it is starting to looks like it's coming in where you don't get that cone, it means that the filler is burning more rapidly than the wrapper and binder, okay? And sometimes that when it's very aggressive, you're gonna get tunneling. Okay. This one I'm going to hit. When you hit it, okay, just the edge with a little bit of heat. Remember, it's already hot. You don't have to purge. You don't have to do nothing right now. Okay. This side here, just a little bit, but mostly work on this side. Yeah, I know it's counterintuitive, it seems. You're working on the side that's burning faster than the other, but that's the one that's sitting more on the edge, less insulated, if you will. It's going to have an opportunity to cool down a heck of a lot quicker. So when you're smoking it, you're smoking filler as opposed to the blend that was intended, which included the wrapper. It wants to. It wants to. It wants to correct. Anyway, I think it will correct itself. Uh, yeah, it's gonna correct itself. Some nice toast in there too. Like I said, it's got a pleasant flavor. The smoke part of it that is making the flavor is very nice. Very nice. This has got a price point I think is gonna if you could find it at a non-lounge, let's say online, I would say anywhere between 8.50 to $11. But $11 is pushing it on the outer edge for the for what it's giving you. But definitely lounge worthy of 15 to $18. Okay. In the end, you got to get your money back, but there's also people that have a passion for it. There's one guy that I won't get into too deeply. I won't even give you his name, but he's one guy that didn't even like his own stick. I mean, please, don't be insulting. Um, so it did end up correcting, okay? And it's considering it is not, the construction I think is wonderful, okay? More flavor. The smoke is filling in those areas that were not filling up with flavor. And this is the sweet spot for a cigar, okay? So, I'll come back in a little bit and, we'll see how it's going, okay? Hey, I'm back. I'm really at the edge of that wrapper. And now, we'll check out how it comes off. That's a big pet peeve of mine. If I have to start doing construction work to get the band off the cigar, I'm not into that, okay? It's got to come off smooth. I will not smoke a cigar, regardless of the flavor, if every time I have an issue with taking the band off. And that's a fact. So let's see how it comes off. Looks like it's going to come off beautifully, like the last one did. It sure did. It came off wonderfully. Burn line, I corrected it in front of you that one time after I ashed it because I felt it might be a good thing to make sure that I continue getting a good burn. Okay, did it with a soft flame. Always at try to do that at a 45-degree angle so it could just go away, you know. And they tell you that there's nothing, it burns clean, that there's nothing in that smoke. Um, you know what else burns clean or what else is clean and puts out a fire that you can't smell, you can't detect, you don't even know it's there? It's called halon. Um, it'll kill you. The intensity of the smoke, by the way, picked up about an inch or so ago, okay? It picked up nicely, and uh, a lot more flavor to it. There's a sweetness to it, like a sweet cedar. There's a nuttiness to it. uh, White pepper. I'm gonna smoke it down to here and let you know how it went. Okay. Hey, how you doing, folks? So I'm smoking this down a little bit, and the flavors are nice. Great smoke. I wish I could get more info on this stick. Okay. I know they're also available at Harlem Cigars Lounge. Good group of people there. um, and in the Bronx, I'm sure, and several lounges out there. I got this in at Yonkers, and I believe Carmel Cigar Vault also carries this, or at least did. But I would pick this up again and smoke it. It's got a an approachable price point for sure. Um, and the construction is right on point. The blend is working well together. The combustion is just working well together. So he's got that down, and the intensity picked up at the beginning of the second third, all the way down to here. I'm still getting wonderful flavors. Okay, ash is not flaky. It's relatively solid. Okay, stays with you, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it.